Mead is better because of the nuances of the honey. No, it is the wine and its purity that is superior. Who will win? Let's watch and find out. Curse you and your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Welcome to the tasting room, where we drink adult beverages
and judge them.
And apparently play with oranges. I'm Brian.
I'm Derica.
And today we have a twofer. This is our Bloodbath wine versus Bloodbath mead, aged 1 year. Now, as I recall, when we made these, I didn't like either one.
Yep.
Because I learned I don't like blood oranges.
Who knows?
Because they taste like grapefruit. But now we need to put these in glasses and taste them, right?
Yeah.
All right, so how do we want to do this?
I don't know.
I have the wine, you have the mead.
Let's start by comparing them.
The wine is clearer.
Yeah, it is.
The wine is just a little bit clearer. They both have some haze, but the mead is definitely more hazy than the wine.
The mead, let me do a little switch. Yep. The mead seems to have more orangey notes to it in the color, which is pleasing to me.
Yeah. But they're very similar. They're not far off.
We got some orange pledge going on.
Yep. Not as much in the wine. Oh, there it is. Let me smell. There's mead. I'm smelling the mead now.
Smelling the wine now.
This is the mead. Ooh, they're very different.
Yeah.
They're like drastically different.
This one's more, I think, more ethanol on the aroma.
Really? I get a brighter orange citrus type smell from the wine and a more muted, richer smell from the mead.
It's weird going back and forth.
14.5, 12.5. Oh, wow. So there's 2% difference. And the mead is 1.032. The wine is 1.012. So what were we thinking a year ago? Because these aren't even comparable at this point. I mean, seriously.
I think it's just, it is
2% difference and 20 points?
It is. I think we just made them.
All right. Well, what do you want to taste first?
Let's do wine first.
All right.
Let's do wine.
Why not?
Ha-ha.
Oh, we're putting arms around each other? Are we going to be all cute? Somebody said that was cute when we did that. I don't know if that's a good or a bad. Okay, the AC just kicked down really loud. Let me change the fan. Hold on. There we go. Okay. That is not bad.
It is not bad at all. We've had some bad experiences with orange, so we kind of came into this going.
Yeah, I was not looking forward to this because I learned blood oranges are closer to grapefruit. I don't like grapefruit. I hate grapefruit.
Yeah.
That is actually quite pleasant, though.
Yeah.
Now, we made this with actual fresh oranges. People have told us we did an orange wine. We did it the way we've seen other people do it and claimed it was good.
Store-bought juice, fermented, is gross.
It was not good.
Just gross. Don't do it. If you feel like you need to do it, watch our video first. And
you know what was worse, though? V8 juice.
All right, but right now, compared to that, this is fantastic.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it my favorite thing ever, but that's actually quite drinkable.
Yeah.
It's like a white wine with a hint of citrus. A good, strong hint of citrus. But, wow. There's a lot of, like the bitter note.
It's kind of Cointreau-esque.
It sort of is. Shocker, because they use blood oranges.
Ta-da!
Anyway, let's get to the meat. Come on, taste it. Taste that. Taste that. That's also quite nice.
It's retained its honey character. Lovely. Not too strong, but definitely there.
Okay. First impression, just off of a sip or two, the mead is better. It doesn't have as much of a bitterness towards the 3/4 to end palate. That could also be because of the enhanced sweetness level.
I like them both.
Yes, I like them both for different reasons.
And I think... Now, Brian was like, well,
longer taste
what did we do? Well, we did what we needed to do for each beverage. We treated them...
Yeah, I know. We treated them separately.
And
we weren't trying to match them.
Right. And I think if we had tried to match them, we would have been doing each separate beverage a disservice.
That's actually a good point, that if you're making a mead versus a wine, they're different things, and they require different finishings.
Yeah.
Different alterations, if you will.
Yeah.
And in this case, I think we did the right thing for both of them. The wine could be slightly sweeter for me, but I can almost always take things sweeter. What?
That's probably why you're preferring the mead.
Well, also there's more complexity of flavor, and there's an odd, like mouth-drying bitterness that comes in the 3/4 to end palate on the wine that isn't in the mead. You getting it? Almost like pith.
Sure. But I think some of the alcohol, because that's a higher alcohol,
2%.
could be exasperating the inherent quality of orange.
But there it is. It's almost after you swallow. There's like a bitterness.
So that's 14, and Cointreau is 20, right?
Cointreau is 40.
Oh, 40. It is what happens.
It doesn't taste exactly like Cointreau.
I have a giant
Are you gonna?
thing of Cointreau.
What are you gonna do? Add Cointreau to it?
I'm just gonna.
We got some stuff to do before you do anything with Cointreau.
We got some numbers.
Well, I'd still like to talk about the tasting notes. You haven't really either corroborated or.
So for me, the mead has a great honey profile with the floral citrusy thing that sometimes you get from citrus rather than just pure harsh acidic citrus, where this seems to be more pure
Acidic
citrus.
Yeah. Obviously, there's no honey to intervene.
Right, but like I'm not finding the right words to explain why I like them.
This is a cleaner citrus. This is a mix.
Right.
Making it simple, but still lots of complex flavors.
Right.
Much more complex.
And notice we're saying citrus rather than orange because
it doesn't come across as
it kind
orange.
of conveys a mixture of different citrus
like
notes.
orange, lime, lemon, and pine and
there's even grapefruit in
all
there.
at once.
All those different nuances that you get from the different citrus fruit family members.
Only 2 of those things I can actually tolerate.
Seem to be in there, and I find that really pleasing. And so on the palate, for me, it's more complex than what
It actually tastes more like lime.
the ingredients suggest.
It really does. It tastes like lime. Which I normally am not a huge fan of lime, but I get more lime than anything, like lime citrus. If you think lime as you're sipping that, tastes like lime. Which isn't bad, just
No,
different.
I am a fan of lime, so that doesn't offend me at all. I think this would be a great cocktail mixer. Also, I think this would be great on its own, paired with dishes that would be appropriate to have a fruity forward white wine with. Like, I'm thinking seafood that would be nice with.
pudding. Vanilla pudding.
Pudding. Okay, sure.
Banana pudding.
Yeah, banana pudding. He derailed me. Where this one, the mead,
It's really good on its own.
seems like just a standalone.
It's
drink
rich.
it and enjoy it for what it is, and don't.
It's rich, viscous, lots of complexity.
Yeah. Yeah, they both came out way better than I was anticipating.
They're both way better, but they're also so different.
Yeah.
They're not the same thing at all. Like, people ask all the time, can I just swap sugar for honey and make this a wine? You can.
But it's
However,
gonna be different.
It's going to taste completely different.
As illustrated here.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Of it. I mean, think about it. If you took a Killiu, just a sugar wash, versus just honey and water, they're going to taste different.
Yeah.
So that's what you're experiencing here, because that's the only real variable.
Yes.
Well, apart from sweetness and alcohol.
This one, the mead seems more softer on the palate.
Yes.
It's not as aggressive.
A little
where
velvety.
Where
This
the
one's-
wine has.
It'll punch you.
It's got a little harshness.
As you drink it, it reaches out and grabs you by the throat. Do you ever see the picture of what is it, the bird swallowing a frog and the frog is strangling the bird? This is that. This is the frog. So Sorry, that's the picture that comes to mind.
So we need to give them separate numbers, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
On your screen, you should be seeing our scorecard, which goes 1 through 11, because that's right, ours goes to 11. What you don't see is 0, reserved for those things that they're just total shit. They suck. Neither of these is a 0. I don't think either of these is an 11 either. So let's go from there. On the wine, do you have a score?
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3,
8.
6.
I obviously like it a lot more. And it's not surprising because I like those citrusy notes more than Brian does.
Yeah, to me, it's okay. Like, I could drink it, but it's not something I'd reach for, probably. If it was served with food, I might go for it a little bit better. Maybe. I don't know. Just not my favorite. On to the mead. Are you
All
ready?
right, I'm ready.
1, 2, 3, 7.
8.5. I just get...
Yep. I am just shy of great because I don't think that's a great mead, but I think it's good. It's pretty good.
I'm finding these both to be quite lovely.
I was going into this thinking I'm going to be given 2s and 3s.
No. And I remember not enjoying these.
No, we did not like these. These were harsh and weird, which gives me hope for the 1-year orange wine.
Maybe.
You never know.
No.
We have a helicopter flying overhead. Or a plane.
No, that's probably a seaplane.
Okay. Well, I think it's gone now.
There's so many lakes. They just... Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, if you decide to indulge in making one of our bloodbath brews, whether it be the wine or the mead, let it sit for a while.
Yeah, give it a year, because that changed it completely. Now, what did you want to do with Cointreau?
I just wanted to see if my memory was being fickle.
You know what I want to do?
I just really wanted an excuse to drink Cointreau.
Well, you don't really need an excuse to drink Cointreau.
Let's be honest about it.
I'm gonna do something.
Now, if you see little, like, what appears to be flakes on the top of our Cointreau bottle,
It's the dried
it's just sugar.
leaves that falls out.
There's so much sweetener in Cointreau,
Yeah, it's very sweet.
which makes it lovely.
Why'd you need another glass?
Because I wanted it to be...
By the way, this is a mix.
Of course it is.
Okay.
You always do that.
Yep. Oh, when there's 2.
Now, smell that compared to the smells of the wine, not so much the mead.
Well, do you want some more wine in the glass then?
Was this the mead?
That was the mead, but it doesn't really matter.
It don't matter. It's got that bright, citrusy
Oh, yeah.
aroma.
Right, kind of harsh.
So this is mine now.
This is weed.
Don't say that. All right. Stick your nose in those.
The mix is not better than the mead itself.
Yeah.
Okay, I get like orange rind. Definitely orange rind. That's the Cointreau. Kind of like a candied orange peel.
Yeah.
Off of
it
the
tastes
wine.
or smells kind of cooked almost.
They do not taste the same at all. No, not even remotely similar taste. The Cointreau is far sweeter, warming. It's a little more, it's less approachable than the wine. Yeah, I know, she loves Cointreau. All right, so what's the plan here?
I'm just drinking.
Oh. Because they're still here. Yeah, they don't taste anything close. Wait, you know what we got to do now? There we go. We got all 3 in one glass now.
Because the Cointreau is so sweet. If you drink that first and then drink the wine
The wine is bitter.
is just like, yeah. That's a flavor now.
There you go.
Is this my happy place?
I don't know. You might like it. Here, have some of this too. All right, well, we're just going to keep on trying different combinations of stuff, but we gave our scores. We judged it, both of them.
Thank you for watching.
Yay! We are both winners. All right. Go team.
As always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.
Bye-bye.